Hello everyone, welcome to the Work with Soul 5-day workshop. We're so excited you guys are here. I am here today with the lovely Kia Miller. Hello Kia.
Hi.
And where are you at right now?
I'm in London. Actually, sorry, no, forget that. I'm in Cheshire, England.
Well, thank you so much for being here. We know it's a long trip. So I'm Kelly, I am one of your hosts, and we are going to be talking today with Kia about spiritual practices. Kia is the founder of Radiant Body Yoga and has spent over 2 decades studying and practicing yoga and over a decade teaching. She is truly an innovator, a teacher, combining tantric and kundalini yoga styles to create spiritual practices made to go inward. Kia's mission is to inspire, elevate, and educate as many people as possible to encourage them to live to their fullest potential. And here she is today sharing a lot of that teaching, so thank you. And Rebecca and I are both absolutely delighted by her, so we're really excited to have her as part of the workshop. I'm curious, so we're here today to talk about spiritual practices. What is your favorite spiritual tool that you're using in your work right now?
My favorite spiritual tool is breath work and meditation. Without a doubt, the daily practice of breath work and meditation is, for me, where the real inner journey lies. So those are my favorite tools. The breath work is an easy way to begin to cultivate and balance your energy, and it's an easy way to begin to create a more positive and helpful relationship with your mind. And so that's really the segue into, at least in the way that I practice, into meditation or more inward-focused practices like mantra or whatever your internal anchor focus is, to help us to learn to just get a little bit more space between us and the craziness of the conditioned sort of way that we think in our mind. So this is my favorite area to explore, and it's my favorite area to share, particularly where I'm at in my own journey right now.
Very nice. And I think it's cool to hear how just focusing in one area can actually create a lot of abundance in many other areas. Because I think sometimes we feel like you have to do every single thing in order to get the results that you want or the things that you need. But focusing so singularly on something like breath and chanting, it's very cool. There are lots of different soul tools we can have in our toolboxes. So how do we know which one is right for us?
Such a good question, isn't it? In this world where everything's at our fingertips, it's not even that long ago that we had to go a very long distance and find some expert in the field to hope that they might throw us a little nugget of something that we could practice, right? And now really you can type in anything on Google and you'll find so much choice. And so I think the key, at least in the way that Yogi Bhajan described it, he's one of my key teachers in this lifetime, is that really what we need to discern right now, what we need to create for ourselves, is our intuition, our ability to be able to make choices based on the intuitive mind, because the intellect just can't cope with the sheer amount of information that's coming at us in any given moment. So I say what we use is our own intuition about what is right for us, and then we're not afraid to try a few different things. And then when we find something that resonates, stick with that. The thing is that we can easily become like tourists of this stuff and then start to dig many shallow wells. But the most important thing that I've done, at least in this work, is that I've picked something and I've dug a deep well. And it's really worked. So when you find a tool that works, trust it and stay with it, because in actual fact, they're all leading to the same ultimate goal. So, right?
Yeah.
Works.
No, I think your words are so true. And I think on the spiritual practice path, I think one, having the trust that it's okay to experiment, as you mentioned, because that part is hard. You're like, well, I want to pick the right thing right away. And then I think to your point, secondly, is going in deep and just focusing on that one thing and saying, I feel like this is right for me, and so I'm going to go for it and make it happen.
Yes. Great.
So we've found that women thinking of making the leap into something new in their career are searching for clarity, confidence, and peace of mind. How do you find those three things?
Well, I find the clarity, confidence, and peace of mind through my own sadhana, what I call my spiritual practice. And that is me getting onto my mat every morning and doing some breath work and doing some meditation that help me to know myself better, that help me to develop my capacity to be in a witness state in life. So, i.e., not attached to the way that I'm thinking, but a little bit broader in my perspective, so that I'm not reacting to life so much, that I can be more in control in a good way. And I think that when we start to do practices that cultivate this witness state, we really enable ourselves to shift out of our old conditioned response to life and circumstances and really pave a new way for ourselves. And that's what I feel your viewers here are looking for. They want to step onto a new path. So in order to step onto a new path, you can't keep using the tools that you have been using. You have to embrace some new tools. And so that's what I'm encouraging here. For me, those new tools were a sadhana practice. It was me doing my breath work and meditation no matter what. And it doesn't have to be long. You can start with 5 minutes a day and see how that works for you. So that's what I would say.
I love that. And 5 minutes a day is sometimes all that we can get. But it's worth it. It's worth every minute. So to close up here, I'm curious, is there an action step or something, some sort of question that you want to leave our women here today as they go along on their spiritual journey?
Well, I think the question relates to, for me, this journey is how can I know myself at a deeper level? How may I serve? How may my actions in life be of service to others? I feel like for most of us that the true joy that we're looking for really comes from service. So if we can find a way to tap into that, I feel like that helps us to move on to a sustainable creative path when we're in service. So I think that would be my question, is how can I use my skills to really be of service? I was part of a group that interviewed the Dalai Lama once, and we asked him his definition of wisdom. And he said, wisdom is to use human creativity toward positive humanitarian aims. And so I think for us as women to step into that path of the wisdom keepers is to look at how we can use everything that we've learned in our lives and utilize it and offer it in a way where we can be serving the generations to come. So that's what excites me on this path. It's a way that I can be of service.
That is so powerful. I love that. Warming up my heart. Yeah, that is beautiful. And I think I definitely would say that throughout the workshop, I hope that everyone listening right now really taps into how are they of service and how are they bringing that wisdom into the world, because that is really what we're all here for.
Yes, right? Isn't it?
Yes. So as we close, what are you up to right now or working on that you're really excited about that we should know about?
I'm working on 2 things right now. I've been leading a yoga and cleanse journey series for the past 7 years, twice a year, spring and fall, in person in Los Angeles, and I'm just making it available online so I can guide people through the whole process, and they can do it at home with their friends or with anybody that they want to bring on board for further support. So that's something I'm really excited about. And I've also created a next level, a next tier of training, which really I initially created as continuing education modules for anyone who's interested in deepening their experience of yoga. So it's pranayama, mantra, kriya, meditation, cultivating awareness, kundalini. So these sort of are going to be 7-week modules. You can come and dive into a deeper experience of certain aspects of the yogic practice and learn how to integrate that more into your life and into your teacher if you are already a teacher. So that's really exciting. I'm collaborating with some extraordinary teachers, and I love the alchemy that happens when, you know, people come together to collaborate like you guys are doing.
Oh, thank you.
With this. So yeah, that's what's exciting me right now.
Amazing. Thank you for being here today. And for everyone that is listening, I can't wait to hear more in the comments about how you are spreading that wisdom, how you are trying out spiritual practices, and anything else in this domain that you feel like sharing. We're excited to hear from you. And thank you for joining us for the Work with Soul workshop. Kia, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your time abroad and safe travels home.
Thank you.